What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. So we're going to be doing an update on some prices of how Journey Together has been doing. This has been officially 1 week since Journey Together has been released. So typically whenever a set likes to come out and stuff like that, typically like a week or two after release, I like to pick it back up on it and see how the prices are, kind of movements and everything like that, how it's going. Journey Together is very interesting, especially once we start to get these PSA cards. We will start to get to them towards the end of this video, but they get a little crazier, and I've seen some weird things right now. I don't know what the heck's going on with this market, but it's crazy. But as so far, Journey Together has been out for only a week, and guess what? We already have 76 cards graded. It's kind of crazy, but as we see the cards that have been graded, I typically don't really like to look into depth with this because this is only 76 card grading. I like to look and see which cards people are grading. Look at the Ends Rush Ram, the Enhanced Booster, the Box Topper. You see there's already been 18 of those cards graded. 7 of them are 10s, 9 of them are 9s, and 2 of them are 8s. See what I'm saying? Ends Rush Ram illustration, we already have 2 10s and 4 9s. That's typically what we've seen right there. The Lillie's Clefairy EX, we have 5 10s and 4 9s. This card right here, we're going to be looking at here in a little while. This don't make no sense to me. No sense to me at all. We already have the Lillie's Clefairy SAR, which is the biggest card of this set, the biggest chase card of this set. We have 7 10s, 4 9s. So it's human like that. Like I said, I don't really like typically look at this. So it's just something to look at, human like that. But now we can actually start to get into the products. The first product we're going to be looking at here today is the Enhanced Booster Box. And you'll kind of see the whole trend kind of going on with every single one of these products. They're starting to trend down for the most part. Some of them are starting to stabilize a little bit with prices, but most of them are trending down just because not a lot of people are going in with the set, which is good. You mean like that? It's good because we need one of these sets. The market needs one of these sets. This is a set that everybody has been needing, I feel like, personally. And it's a set, like, overall, it's like a blah set for a lot of people that don't really like this set, so it's good. You mean like that? And there's people that can get this set, actually open it up and enjoy it, so it's good. But as we can see, this set was released on March 28th. March 28th, this booster box was going for $239. Look what it's going for now, $234 around there. Last price sold was like $234, so it's only felt like that $5. So it's kind of stabilizing within that price point of like that $230s marks, which is, like I said, that's just typically how it is. This isn't a crazy set people are going after and everything like that. And I've seen a lot of these products come up on the market. The Enhanced Booster Box is a product that I haven't really seen too much come up on the market because it's harder because LGSs and stuff like that. But other products that we'll be getting to here in a second, I've seen a lot of them come up on the market, and even like Target and stuff like that for MSRP. So it makes sense why they're so down in price and everything like that. But let's get to the Pokemon Center ETB. I'm going to suggest y'all to something. If y'all have not gotten one of these and y'all don't have one of these in your collection and you would like to get one, I would highly suggest you to get one now. The prices on these are going down like crazy. Like, they were sitting on release day, they were sitting for $163. Now they're sitting for like $140, $149 around there. I would highly suggest, if you don't have one, buy one. I know it's crazy price, but this is a Pokemon Center exclusive box, and I don't think this will be coming back up on the market. This is the ones where they kind of started to print these at, like, I think these were printed, I don't even know, maybe like 175,000 or something like that, and that's not crazy. Destiny Rivals is like 1 million, I think, whatever like that we have now. So this is one of the probably ETBs that you are going to want to have in your collection. Me personally, I already have a good amount of these. I'm keeping these. This is a product I'm having forever and ever, and this will just continue to go up. Just got to give it a little bit of time. Everybody's just selling their products and stuff like that now. We'll have to see what really happens with this. It could stay down in price, it could keep dropping in price, but this is an exclusive item and they did not do another release for it. And if you don't remember, on release day when they did the pre-release for this, whenever they dropped this at first, you were only able to get it for maybe about 30 minutes or so like that. After that, the whole entire site crashed and everything like that. So you only had a small window to get this, and only a few good amount of people were able to get this. And this is the first ETB that doesn't come in a case, so that's very interesting as well too. Like I said, I don't think they're gonna drop it again, but you never know. We're still waiting for the Prismatic Evolutions ones. I don't know when they're coming back up or if they ever will come back up. The next product we're gonna be looking at is the regular ETB. The regular ETB is really interesting to me. Why am I saying this is very interesting? Well, it's continually going down in price, which is good. It's at $81 now. It's down to like $78, so it's came, like I said, it's kind of stabilized between that like $75 mark, which makes sense. This is a perfect price. Like I said, this is the set the hobby is needed right now for collectors and everything like that. The investors are like with this set. I guess that's why I'm feeling the type of way I feel about the set, but I just feel like it could have been better personally. Like I said, I'll always say that. But with these ETBs, the one good thing about the price point they are at right now is because that means that, resellers and stuff like that they have a small margin on this set, so it doesn't really make sense for them to buy it, and that's why the main reason they're not gonna buy it and stuff like that. I would have to say this right here and the booster bundle, these two products right now, I have seen pop up at Target a lot, and I have personally been able to get some if I want some. haven't got any email like that. I've only ordered, I think, 3 more booster bundles I think I have coming. That's it. That's all I'm gonna order. I'm not gonna order no more of this set. I'm done ordering a set. All my money that I've wanted to put into this set is fine for now, unless I can find booster boxes for MSRP, the enhanced booster boxes. Then I'll buy those if I can find them for that price. But other than that, I don't really feel comfortable buying any other products in this set, really. Like I said, I already have plenty of this set for myself, and I don't really need any more of it, honestly. I'm saving all my money for Destined Rivals now. Destined Rivals, I'm going into heavy. If I can find some, if I can get some, whatever I can get for Destined Rivals at MSRP, I'm getting. I don't care. It's gonna be a set I'm holding on for the next 2 to 3 to 4 or 5 years. That's just my opinion on the set. You can think what you think on it, but it's okay. But once we start to get up to a lot of these cards, they're kind of stabilizing in price for the most part too. As we see, well, if we compare it to a week ago, the prices are coming down like crazy, but they're starting to kind of stabilize now, it seems like. Look, the Lillie's Clefairy on release day, March 28th, it was $264 right now. Look what it's come down to, $209. But we did see like the day after release, they dropped down fast. Like that weekend, they dropped down fast. So it just continually makes sense why they are coming down in price, because we have seen a lot of people pull these cards. Like this is probably one of the top cards I think I've seen people pull. I've seen this being pulled more than the Salamence, honestly, which is crazy, but you know, like, that's how it is. Speaking of the Salamence, let's look at the Salamence now. The Salamence actually is the card. This card I think is going to take the #1 chase card of this set. I think it will down the road. It's going to take some time to see, but why am I saying that? If we've seen a Lillie's Clefairy, this card just keeps going down, 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 and it's kind of stabilizing price a little bit, just a little bit. But if we go see the Salamence, look, on release day, it dropped down to 140. Now, as we see right now, it's getting back to that one. Well, I guess it's still going on price. It had a little bit of bounce back. It dropped all the way down to like, what did it drop down to here? Like 120, I think it was. Yeah, 120 on release day, or like that release weekend, it seems like. Yeah, 120 got down to the lowest, and now it's kind of bounced back a little bit. This is one of the cards that's actually bounced back in price. Not a crazy amount, like, I mean, like $12 or something like that, but still, eventually, I feel like this will be the #1 chase card of the set. We'll have to see how that goes. I don't know. You know, like that. See if that happens. Okay, so now we're going to be looking at Iono's Billy Bowl. It seems like all the typical things are kind of happening the same with all the trainers, really, is they all just kind of started just dropping down in price. As we've seen what was different with the Salamence kind of dropped in price and kind of came back up a little bit. But all the trainer cards, it seems like they're just dropping in price and just hasn't really came back up a little bit. It seems like this Iono is kind of staying a little bit stable, but as we see, it's not really too much below it, but it's still coming down a little bit. Not crazy. This is a beautiful art though. Beautiful card, beautiful card. But let's get to one more SAR, Popsization. So if we look at the same thing, this is the same exact thing that's happening with this card as well. It is on release day, it was 112. You look at it now, it's down to like $80. So some of these cards, majority of these cards are falling down a lot in price, but the ones that are kind of staying stable is like the Pokemon that are by themselves. It makes sense because it's just kind of how it is, it seems like. But we'll have to see what happens though. Okay, so if we look at the Articuno now, the Articuno on release day, it was selling for about $40. Now it's kind of came down to about $30, $39 around there. So it hasn't really, it's kind of just dropped and just stayed stable, really. Hasn't really gone up, gone down. The pull rates of this set are going to have like a factor of keeping these prices down, which is good, I think, for people, really, overall. This is a set that the market is needed, like I said. But let's go to the next card, the Whaler. This card here is absolutely gorgeous, absolutely a beautiful card. I love this card so much. But this is another card that's kind of bounced back in price. This might be the top illustration. This and the Articuno are kind of like the top ones. Also, we have the Rusher. The Rusher is a very popular card in the set too. We'll get to that here in a second. But this is kind of the same thing that happened exactly with that Salamence. It came down like the $27 mark. After that, it's kind of gone up in price. Actually, we've only seen a few of these cards, very few of these cards in this set actually drop down in price and came back. They haven't came back a lot, of course not, because this set doesn't have the best. I mean, they have really, really good hit rates. The prices on these cards are not going to be the best either, because it's so easy to pull, which is good. Like I said, the market needs it. The one thing about this Rusher, this is the regular Rusher. The Rusher on release day, it was selling for $28. This one right here is another one that hasn't came back down in price. There's only like a few cards that's kind of came back in price, which is really interesting. So now this one's selling for about $24. It was at, what was it, on $28, came down to $24. They haven't really dropped too much crazy in price in this week period. Any of these cards really haven't. And why would I say that though? The main reason why I'm saying that is because on pre-release, these were selling for an extreme amount, so they've already kind of mostly fallen down in price, really. And another reason why I think these are kind of staying stable as price is it's not as easy for people to get product and open this setup. If there was able to get, like, if there was an abundance of product out there for people to be able to open, these prices would be crashing down even more because there would be more cards getting pulled and everything like that. It's just how it is, you know, like that. But if we look at the box topper, this is a very interesting factor as well. This is actually came down in price a good amount as well. Not really crazy. It is another card that's not going to stabilize it, really feel like. What are going to be the end price of this card? I don't really know personally. I really don't. But if we look on release day, it was selling for about $24, which is crazy because look how many of these were sold too. 823 of these cards were sold on release day. That's wild. Actually wild. But we look a week later, it fell down $6 within the last week. So I don't think it'll get down to the $5 that I thought it would be, but I could see this card sitting anywhere between $10 to $15, and then that would add to the booster box. If we minus that $10 to $15, would this booster box be like $2.15 or somewhere around there? So that's why this price on the booster box is kind of a little more, I would assume so, because the box cover has a good amount of value for it too. So you have to add that in there and stuff like that. Now there's one more product that I want to look at, or there's one more cards that I want to look at. It is the Journey Together PSA 10s. The PSA 10s, we have been seeing some of these, like we said earlier, 73 cards have already been graded and everything like that. This bid right here with the Lillie's Clefairy SAR, this isn't something to really look at too much. This is just a bid. This could be like a shill bid. We've seen this already before. Somebody might have paid for this, we don't really know. But typically whenever we see bids this early on cards, I assume they're fake bids. That's what I generally assume myself. But if we go look down here, okay, look, this is Iona's Billy Bolt Ultra Rare, $300. But if we go back to a little bit earlier, look at this one right here. I don't know what this is. I don't know if this was a shill buy or what this was. This card, look what somebody paid for this. The Lillie's Clefairy Ultra Rare, $800 for a PSA 10. $800 freaking dollars. That is insane. And look what somebody paid for a box topper of Journey Together. The Russia Rim with the stamps, $296. Like I said, typically with bids, I don't really like to typically look at them and stuff like that. Look at this one. You see what I'm saying? This doesn't make no sense to me. Look at this. The bid was $245, but somebody paid, what is it called for it? Like $800? I don't really know. Like I said, right now in the times, it's kind of crazy. Oh, wow, look, PSA 10. The Salamence sold for $1,000. This card right here, I don't really take to account either because they are bids. The only ones that I typically like to look at is best offers. Those are typically like official prices and stuff like that. Those are like legit prices. So we'll have to see how this really plays out. Like I said, I just like to do this, see how it is, like a week after release, and see what the cards are selling for and everything like that. I might do an update video depending on how this video does. I might do another update next week. I just like to look at it and see how the cards are doing, just to kind of see how the set's doing. Overall, I think the set is really good for the market. Prices don't really matter at the end of the day right now with this set, because this is a set the hobby kind of needed as a whole as itself. So down the road, we'll have to see really how this set goes. This set might come back up in price. It might shoot up in price, maybe. I've heard some people say these booster boxes are going to end up being like $300. I don't really know. Like I said, we're just looking at it from distance. I'm just looking at the week-to-week basis. It does seem like some of these cards are kind of stabilizing prices, but some of them are kind of starting to come back. And we can kind of look at that and kind of be like, okay, the ones that are coming back might be actually the ones that kind of eventually long-term actually do really, really well with this set. We'll have to see what happens. Love to hear y'all's opinions on this. Kind of a little overview of Journey Together. Nice set, beautiful set. People love to open it. Like I said, this is a set the hobby kind of needed right now overall. So see what happens. Let me know y'all's opinion on this set. Hope you enjoyed this video. See you on the next one. Peace.